Hello there. Now I thought I'd do a classic, that being Logan's One. Shot in 1976, Logan's One. It's one of them futuristic sci-fi films where basically you've got a boy and a girl, and people who basically don't get old. Well, they do get old, and they have this thing like a diamond, basically, what's in the hand. Long below, if you do get old and you get to a certain age, your number's fucking up. The funny thing is, you get two guys in it, right, which are called the exterminators. That's right, they're called the exterminators. Before you ever had the exterminator, these were called the exterminators with Martin Lloyd, if I remember his name. Very posh English actor, Martin Lloyd. Can't remember his fucking name. And you got the Durr herself. You remember when I was doing reviewing American Werewolf in London? He's also in this. Got a few of a lot of well-known faces in it, and basically they've got a crystal on the hand. It's futuristic, it's sci-fi, and apparently if this crystal goes black, means your number's up. You get to a certain age, and they're going to have to kill you. That's the exterminators. It's like a place in paradise. You've got a swimming pool, you've got a sauna, you've got a gym, whatever you want really. If you want a bird to have sex with, just press a number. Not making this shit up. And you can get a beautiful woman as well. But every beauty has a price, because what it is, it's under the town, this place. It's an undertown city. Brilliantly done. It's a beautifully shot film, and it's a very well directed film. Now, I know that over the years, I think roughly into the late 70s, or I should say the early 80s, yeah, late 70s, they made a TV series of Logan's Run. I have seen it, and it's alright, but the original I think is a classic. You've got some good acting in it, it's sci-fi and everything. Long below, the guy finds out his number's up and the tattoo on his hand has gone black. He's also told him on a computer, meaning now he could be exterminated. So him and his woman go on the run. So it's like an adventure where they break out of this world, which is basically like a futuristic city, because now they know they're going to get exterminated. And the thing is, the guy has a mate, he's an exterminator and all, but it's amazing how humanity can change because his mate goes after him. That's right, his mate goes after him, he's going to go and exterminate him. But there's some good bits in it, you know what I mean? There's the scene in it where he's on the run and he's going to get a facelift, and the stuff that he's on the run, so that everyone who is his mates are basically all down to fucking do him in. They're down to fucking kill the poor sod. So he's running with his woman, and they meet this robot, right? I shit you not, they meet this robot who basically goes to help them, and really its aim is to kill him, tries to kill him, but they manage to outsmart the robot and basically destroy the robot, and they manage to get to the world out of the city, if you could say. So it's kind of like an adventure, it's kind of like a sci-fi film. And that's what it is, it's a futuristic, escape sci-fi sort of film. And I do know they did a movie similar, thinking, yeah, early 2000, called Ironed. I've seen it and it's alright, but to be honest, Logan's Run is a better done film. They meet an old guy anyway on the way, and they're shocked at him because he's old, he's got wrinkles, he's got grey hair. I know I'm going a bit grey. He's an old dodger, basically. He's an old man. You know what I mean? And they're in shock because they've never seen anyone that old before. It's like the touching him, and it's a bit kinky, but they're the touching him because they've never seen anyone like that before. They've never seen anyone like that. And they had a test to, and they've got to exterminate people who have, who get to a certain age. They've got to exterminate people. So I'm always thinking, is Martin Lloyd, that's the name of the actor, I'm always wondering, is he really a good guy? Because he's killing innocent people and he tries to justify it. And it's like, yeah, but I'm killing them because it's good. And I've been told to do it. And I'm thinking, not really. All right, you get to a certain fucking age. We all don't want to become an old fucking dodger, but maybe the people you kill are happy. Maybe they're not asked. You know what I mean? And you're fucking shooting men and women. It doesn't go as fine as that. It's more, it's more sophisticated. I like the idea they've got these powers and they have a pistol in the hand. And I just think it's a very well made film. It's a very well directed film. but it does have issues looking at it now, even though I enjoyed it back in the day. The fact it's not really as, it didn't think it's dated as well, in the fact that when you get to the ending and they free everybody, these are people who've never been used, right? I'm not shitting you, they've never been used to being outside before and seeing the outside city. So if you've never been in that environment before, you're not going to handle it. You're not going to handle it. It's like being a juicer and you let out a nick and you're used to knowing one thing only and you've never been used to that. You're not going to fucking survive. You're not going to survive the surviving game, if you know what I mean. But, you know, it's sci-fi, it's an adventure film, so I go with that. Like the pistol in my fucking hand, I go with that. I go with it. So they don't. The guy was his mate. You know, he comes in halfway through the film. He tries to kill one another, and by accident, he gets twatted on the head. His mate, that is, and he dies. He dies. Kind of sad, but at the same time, he was trying to kill him. But it's, you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? So they bury him, and they decide, well, why not feed the others? Let them all know that there's a world out there. It's not just this place, but it's like a paradise where you get to a certain fucking age and your timing on your hand goes back, your number's fucking up. So they decide to do that. They decide to do the right thing, and they want to show everybody that this old man, yeah, you get old. We don't want to get old, but you know, it's fucking life, basically. It's life, you know, get over it. But you know what I mean? So they do that. Him and his woman go underwater, they go swimming, and they get back into the fucking place. He does get caught, Martin O'Royd, and they trying to brainwash him with his computer. I am Sandal, I am Sandal, something like that. And they've got his, no, it's all computer effects. In all fairness, the film come out, you know, in the mid-70s, so you can imagine what the computer effects are like. But I always like that. I always like, you know, 70s films, what are based on the future, you know, futuristic sci-fi, even 60s. Let me think of a few. You know, like 2000 Space Oddity was based on the future. Let me think of other ones. Let me think. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Westworld. I reviewed that one. Westworld was futuristic. So I always like that old technology, you know, the old computers, and they kind of make out it's futuristic, and you can see somebody walking around with fucking face. But you know, I kind of like that. Just at a time when you look back, you know, you look at films like the one I reviewed a couple of months ago. Let me think of it. Rollerball. That was futuristic. Rollerball with James Caan. That was futuristic. You know, I'm into that sort of stuff. Sad to say is, you know, sci-fi was going down a bit. It was only when you had big hits like Star Wars, one day after this, it brought back the sci-fi. But I sometimes do like classics, like say, I like Logan's one. So again, they're down the brainwash him, like I was going to say. And he manages to outsmart the machine. How it blows up the fucking city, I don't know. He outsmarts it. The fucking computer blows up. And the next thing you know, the city's blowing up. I'm thinking, how the fuck can the city blow up? All he did was blow a fucking computer. Let me just show you something, right? Let me show you something, just for the plain example. But you can see it's a bit dark. Oh, fuck it. I've got a computer, right? I've got a computer right down there, right? So let's say I put water on my computer. It's a bit dark at the moment, but let's say I put water on. You know me, water and electrics don't get along. So let's say I pull my computer up. What does that mean if I pull my computer up? Does that mean my house fucking blows up? Shit, I've just pulled my computer up. I better fucking do one. Because the fucking house is going to blow up and all. So, you know, I'm being silly here, but you know what I mean? Naturally, if I did do that, I'd be pissed off because I'd have to buy a new fucking computer. But, you know, it is what it is. It's sci-fi, it's futuristic. So him and his woman get out, all the people get out. It has a happy ending. Happy ending. So like I said, there's bits now where I don't think it's dated well, but I still don't, for what it is, it's sci-fi, it's futuristic, it's an adventure, it's Logan's one. So what do I give it in points? Because it's a classic and they don't make sci-fi like that anymore. A 10-star rating, what else can I say about it? I always remember the epic poster and Alwyn Logan's one. Beautiful poster for its time. But that was Logan's run in 76. Probably 2 more films on the way into then. See you later, and if you like what you see, just press that button and subscribe or leave a nice comment. Until then, I'll see you soon.